Fahrenheit. 100.
Hey everybody, it's Eric. I'm making a game. It's called the Godkiller. It's a Monday morning, and it's my vacation. What do other people do in their vacations? I don't care. What I do on my vacation is what's fun to me, and what's fun to me is working on my game. And I'm talking maybe a little bit mellow, extra mellow here because I don't know. I think my wife might be sleeping, and I don't know, she's a sound sleeper, but I don't want to mess her up. So demos. I got some good stuff to demo. Let's demo, and that means a song, my demo time song, which I've added lyrics to. You can see this now. You can sing along if you want. Okay. Here's how it goes. He wants to know, is it demo time? She wants to know, is it demo time? Is it ready? Will it hold steady? To shine, to shock, to woo. Turn off your phone, it's demo time. Put down your scone, it's demo time. Call the babysitter, it's demo time. Put down your fritter, it's demo time. Looky, it's demo time. Put down your cookie, it's demo time. Demo time, right now. Demo time, right here, right now. Boom. That's it. All right, then we go and do a demo. All right, so yesterday I added a new effect to these things called letter gates. Letter gates are basically they're the doors of my game, but I wanted to make some doors that were different than other doors in other games. So, boy, this is not like... This is, what's up with all that? Anyways, so the way that letter gates work is they're either open or closed. They will be open if no place in the whole level are there any letter blocks that are together spelling the word that is on the gate. So in this gate called Apple, someplace else there's some blocks that spell out the word apple, and those cause the gate to be closed. But as soon as you disrupt that formation of blocks so they no longer spell apple, it opens. So I've had that working for a while, but I wasn't really happy with geez, this is just really touchy. Anyways, let me just play. I wasn't really happy with the effect for opening or closing. It's just not dramatic enough, and it's easy to miss when a gate opens or closes. So I added a particle effect that would... You'll see it. And sound effect as well, which is melodic. And we'll play in whatever key the game is in. Yay. Okay. So to aid testing, I just put everything all in one place. Here are the blocks that spell the word yes, and the word yes is on the gate that you can see on the bottom part of the screen south of me. So when I disrupt, gate opens. Now, when I reform the word yes, the gate will close. Okay, that's it basically. Well, it took me like 4 hours or so to get that. No, I should, let's see. You can walk through it when it's open. All right. So I noticed yesterday a few issues. I'm just gonna fix them up. Yeah, you could call them bugs, or you could be more charitable and say that the feature is not very polished yet, and there's a few things left to do to make it polished. I'll go over those in a sec. Okay, maybe I'll explain one thing before I dive in. So, I've always had a love-hate relationship with Sokoban blocks. One of the things that I disliked about them is certain kinds of puzzles. They end up being like you're in a crowded apartment with lots of boxes in it, and you're just trying to get a little bit of space to move, and you have to move one block over to someplace else in order to have a little bit of space to get through, and then there's some other block that has to be moved. It's like it's not that fun to me. And also, I didn't like the idea that you can get a block in a stuck spot. So like in regular Sokoban, you've got no place to get behind the block and push it out. I just made it so that whenever you push a block against a wall or other obstacle, it just gets destroyed and returns to a block pad. I also made it so that you can push multiple at one time, and they'll always go as far as they can go. So one of the bugs that I found, or lack of polish, was that if I form the word on a gate by destroying a block and causing it to return to the block pad like this, let me do it in a more obvious way. Okay, so if I do this, okay, the gate doesn't immediately close. It does the turn after. So watch. So there, the gate should close, but it actually waits one more turn. It only does that when I reform a word by destroying one of the blocks. So that was one problem. Another problem is that the sound effect plays for each and every block that's in a gate. So I have some code that runs on each one of the blocks to produce that particle effect. So there's three blocks in this gate here, the yes gate, one for each letter, and the effect code will correctly cause that particle effect for each of the 3 blocks, but it will also play the sound effect 3 times. And that leads to clipping and a lot of clipping, meaning like the audio, once it goes over a maximum amplitude, it starts to sound distorted. It also leads to inconsistent sounds. So like a small gate will make one type of sound that's maybe a little bit weaker than what a large gate would, and the large gate will you know, play like maybe 10 sound effects, and a small gate will play 2 or 3, you know, things like that. So that's another thing I want to fix in this session. And the last thing is that when the level starts, I use the effect code to set the initial state of the gates, and it causes some problems. I just want the doors to be in the correct open or closed position when the game starts, without showing a whole bunch of visual effects and sound effects right when you start the level. So I'm going to fix those 3 things. Maybe I'll do more, but I think I'll probably fix those 3 things and I'll take a break. Oh, the other thing is I'm going to start a new test level so I can hit play and stop really fast. I've been using for this testing here the Paradise level, which is a pretty complex level with a lot of stuff to load, and you know, it just takes a fair amount of time. The other thing that it'll help me do if I start a new level is experiment with lighting with the bakes, which it's giving me terrible results right now, but if I can do some trial and error with a much smaller level, then that it won't be so hard. Right now, you know, it'll take me like 15 minutes to try out everything, and I just don't want to do that. So let's go to yeah, there's something screwy with the mousing. I keep overshooting everything. But I would just like to delete that test stuff I put in there. Man, I'm just not getting my bearings here. Okay, it should be next to all that stuff. It's a sign that your level is getting a little complicated when you can't find your way inside of it. Alright, so I'll delete these because they're not part of the level that I want to keep. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. Okay, let's clear the decorations. It's just going to be easier if I just delete them by hand. Okay, level, decorations. Decorations tend to take a long time to load in. Or I could just remove any PB scripts from them. Okay. So, I think that'll help. Some stuff cluttering up my level that I'll just want to get rid of. Get rid of all these brawlers. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off. Yeah, my main thing here is not to work on lighting today, but I want to try out some bakes while I'm working because they take a while to finish. So I figure it's a good time to work on that. So lay some blocks and stuff down because I gotta do some tests. System feels a little sluggish. I've got a lot of stuff open. I'm going to try closing some. Man, already the lighting is doing some weird stuff. So I never had bloom on these guys before. I think I understand what's going on. It's just the illumination is lighting up certain parts above the threshold for bloom. Anyways, I'm not here to work on lighting today. Not really. Let's get some test gates out there. Okay, let's see. Block pads are where blocks respawn when they're destroyed. And any block that has the same letter will go to that block pad. Yeah, this bake is only going to take 4 hours, apparently. I think it's all these decorations I've got. Alright, so we'll make this the ape door. I'll make another door too. Call this the P door. So if you spell the word P, it will create this, it'll close this door. I keep saying door, I mean gate. So sometimes you want gates to be open, sometimes you want them to be closed. Alright, let me try that, see what it looks like. God damn, that's some unintentional glow. Okay. That's working as it should. Now let me start fixing the things that are wrong. So right when I begin the level, it does an effect on this door to close it, but the door should just be closed without an effect when the level starts. So I'll work on that first. These are the three things I'm going to try to fix. And I've reproduced all three of them in the new level, so that much is good. Why would I do that? I'm setting it right. I suppose. Yeah, I suppose. Read only means you get to set it once. No, that's not true. So why are you recommending? If I do the thing that you asked me to do. Wait. Okay. Oh, I had read only after the bool. Okay, cool. Alright. This might be harder than I thought. Okay, what is calling this? Close connected gates. Ooh. This is where I could add something about a sound effect. Okay, so here's where I want to decouple this from knowledge of what the effects do. if I change the name of this, and that will help decouple the specifics of the effect. This other place, it only wants to know about game logic as opposed to presentation. Okay, let's see if I fixed one of the bugs. And weirdly, the baking went from 4 hours to 8 minutes. Oh my god. So not the intended effect to have these crazy blooms on all the pipes. And there's some nonsense up here. So these are the default bake settings. I had some hopes for them doing something good. Of course, the bake's not done yet. It might be a different story afterwards. Okay, I didn't notice. Boy, I was so distracted though. Maybe it doesn't count. Let me redo it. I didn't notice the initial effect, which is good. Let me double check. Okay, no initial effect. So then the other thing is, did I regress anything? Did I break? No, that seems to work as before. Okay, that's looking good. Okay. One down, 2 to go. I get to delete this. I think this should also have, let me see the console. Okay, I did get rid of some assertions at the beginning that were firing because the sound effect was attempting to be played before the sound effects were loaded. And that's all good. So, this next one seems the hardest. I'm going to do it next. It's good to do hard things when you're fresh. Let me clear up some of these too. Just get rid of some old debug logging. Okay. So there's this thing about birthing the blocks. Thing that would be good is if this told me, okay, either I can handle the update to the gates inside of birth blocks, which I kind of like, or I can have birth blocks return true if any blocks were birthed, meaning they respawned at their block pads, and if they are true, update the gates. But I kind of like encapsulating it inside of birth blocks. It already has an ability to return effects back, and those effects could include the letter gate stuff. So let me take a look at birth blocks and see what's up with that. Do I have a trivial check? I think what I can do is I can say yeah, I should definitely put a trivial check in here. I mean, it's not bad because it's just, it's already got this loop here that's going through, but I need to add some extra code outside of that loop, so I should put a check to see if I want to exit early at the top. Huh. Guess this is not going to let me see the count. All right. Actually, this is better. Because there's some other logic that would potentially not birth the block. Oh. Huh. Is it possible that any knobs could be activated? Knobs, they're a game element that can get hit by the player. But I don't see any way. Okay, so if there was a possibility of a gate opening when a block is born, then it would be possible for knobs to be activated because the player could fall and hit a knob. But since a block being born can only close a gate or not close a gate, there's no chance that as a result the player would hit a knob. So I can just kind of create a fake dummy var here. Let's make it so I don't have to keep on creating it each and every time. I have to write little notes to myself like this, and they're not for me a week from now. They're for me, you know, half a year from now. I've already had to revisit source code several times and either been hurt by no comments being there or helped by there being comments there. So this is about the right level of commenting, which seems like a lot to many people, but I know from experience it's a good amount of commenting for me. It also helps clarify your thinking while you're writing the code. Okay, let me see if I can get 2 bugs fixed now. God, that's insane. I think that did it. That's it. Alright. This is crazy. I gotta go out and look at it. It's insane. Bloom is out of control. Kind of pretty though. Go up and get a farther away view of it. Oh wow. It's a neat effect. I have to remember to come back to this in some grandiose level where it would be warranted to do something like this. Yeah, this seems to be the interaction of the shader with bloom. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go. I'm probably going to do another session later in the day. I wanted to do a short one in the morning. I was going to go do another errand, building some furniture basically, and then come back, maybe do another stream later. I do have a new I do have a new 3D model from ESOC that I would love to preview. I could see doing that later in the day. Okay, consolidating the sound effects. I could do it a few different ways, or maybe even more. Alright, let me think about some different ways of doing this. Set as first letter gate. Let me see, is that connected? Has first letter. This is probably the way to do it, to be honest. So I already have this logic that sets one of the blocks in the letter gate to be the first letter gate. So if I just make that exposed, if I just say, is this the first letter gate, and the effect can see that, then it can play the sound effect if it is the first letter gate in the whole gate. If it's not, then it's one of the connected pieces. I don't need to play the sound effect for all the connected pieces. I'm positive that's what I want to do. I don't think I need to keep going with this analysis, because these two things are kind of cool, but like, it's gold plating. It's doing more than I have to. So let me. Yeah. Actually, I do like the sound of 3 of them playing. I don't want to hear 30 of them playing ever, but 3 is pretty good. As soon as I verify that this works, I probably will come back and do that. Okay. Getting good names. It's not a bad thing. Let's see. Sometimes I just use the build to find the problems that I have to solve. Okay. Can also do that. And that, since the calling code already has access to that data, I don't have to expose it. Keep it encapsulated. Okay. So I should hear just one note instead of the chords that I've been hearing when I create these gates or open and close them. Yep. I think that was just one. Yep. Okay. So that works. Just noticed another thing that's bothering me. Guide shows stepping on top of block. Nope. It's that pink square. It makes it look as though if I went north, I would step on top of the block instead of what actually happens, just pushing it. Okay, I did fix that bug. I think I like it without the chord, now that I've heard it. It's a simpler sound, it's not... It's a simpler sound that's appropriate for the magnitude of the event. Just notice there are trails on blocks. Let's say improve trails on blocks. It's a little more obvious. Cool. I'm into it. Alright. Victory! Victory. I have it. I have the victory. Bam. I get to delete that. And I get to stop the stream and go have brunch. And I'll probably be on later in the afternoon or evening doing some cool shit. Talk to you later. Stopping the stream. Stopping it right now.